They say the American dream is owning a home, but here in New York, we like to make it a little more difficult. So let's talk about how you can go from dreaming about buying a house to having someone hand you the keys to your new front door. We're going to talk about the step-by-step process of how you go from dreaming of owning a house to actually having someone hand you the keys to your new front door. Let's jump right into this and get you started on your home buying journey. So whether you've just started thinking that you might want to buy a house or you're getting close to being ready to start looking at houses, there are a lot of steps along the way. You probably have questions. What should I be doing? What do I need to get done first? How much house can I afford? If you don't know where to start, then this is a great place to begin. I'm going to walk you through every single step of what you need to do to get from point A to point B, from wanting to buy a house to closing on your new home. Let's get into it. The first step is figuring out your budget. To figure out what you can afford, you first need to look at your income, your debts, your assets, and your credit score. Lenders use these things to determine your debt-to-income ratio, which tells them how much you can afford to pay back every month. There are tons of different mortgage calculators available online that can help you estimate your monthly mortgage payment based on your down payment, interest rate, and loan term. But if you want to get an idea of how much house you can actually afford, there's a simple rule of thumb that you can use. When determining how much you can afford, lenders will use a 28-36 rule. The 28 refers to the portion of your gross monthly income that will be allocated to housing expenses. In other words, your total housing payment, including mortgage principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, should not exceed 28% of your gross monthly income. The 36 refers to the portion of your gross monthly income that will be allocated to all of your debts. In other words, your total monthly debt payment, including your housing payment and all other debts such as car loans and credit cards, should not exceed 36 of your gross monthly income. Next up is getting pre-approved for a mortgage. Getting pre-approved for a mortgage is like getting pre-approved for a credit card. It's not completely binding, but it gives you an idea of how much you can borrow and the terms that lenders are willing to offer you. Plus, when you find a house you love and you make an offer, having a pre-approval letter from your lender shows sellers that you're serious, and it gives you a leg up against other offers. Pre-approvals typically last between 30 to 45 days, so once you find your dream home and make an offer, you'll need to apply for a formal mortgage approval. Now that you know how much house you can afford and you've been pre-approved for a mortgage, now it's time to start looking for your dream home. Now, if you haven't done this already, this would be a good time to hire a real estate agent. A good real estate agent knows their local market like the back of their hand. They know which homes are coming on the market before they are even listed, and they know which homes might be a good fit for you based on your needs and wants. Plus, real estate agents typically work for their sellers, and they are incentivized to get you the best deal possible. All right. So once you've found your dream home and you've made an offer and your offer has been accepted, it's time to do a little happy dance because you're officially under contract. Then you'll move on to the next step, which is getting a home inspection. A home inspection is a thorough examination of the property's physical condition. The inspector will look for any potential issues with the roof, foundation, electrical system, plumbing, and more. This is important because it gives you the opportunity to renegotiate the purchase price or ask the seller to make repairs before you buy the home. Remember, there are certain things that you cannot renegotiate after you close on the sale. So this is an important step not to be skipped. Once you've done your home inspection and you're still in love with the house, it's time to get an appraisal. An appraisal is simply an estimate of the fair market value of the home. Lenders require appraisals to ensure that the property is worth the amount of money that you're borrowing. If the appraisal comes back lower than the purchase price, it could affect your ability to get the loan for the purchase price that you want. In a buyer's market, this shouldn't be a huge issue because typically homes appraise for what they're worth. But if you're buying in a seller's market, you may need to be prepared to put more money down or renegotiate the purchase price. Next up, it's time to lock in your interest rate. Once you've been approved for a mortgage, your loan officer will give you an interest rate that will stay locked in for a certain period of time. This is important because interest rates can change daily and sometimes multiple times a day. So locking in your interest rate helps protect you from any unexpected changes. After you've locked in your interest rate, it's time to do a final walkthrough of the property. A final walkthrough is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to walk through the property one last time before closing to make sure everything is in order. This is also your chance to check that all the repairs from your home inspection have been completed and that all the appliances are in working order. And finally, it's time to close. Closing is when you sign all the paperwork to officially transfer the ownership of the property from the seller to you. You'll sign your name a lot during this meeting, so make sure you bring your signature to the closing. At closing, you'll pay the seller directly through your lender. Typically, you'll bring a certified check or a cashier's check to the closing to pay for your down payment, closing costs, and prepaid items such as your property taxes and homeowner's insurance. And voila, you're officially a homeowner. Congratulations. We made it. And to celebrate, here's a picture of me pretending to hold the key to my new house. So those are the steps you need to take to go from dreaming about owning a house to actually having someone hand you the keys to your new front door. Of course, buying a house is a big decision, and it can be a little overwhelming if you're not sure what you're doing. So hopefully this video helped to outline each of the steps along the way. Now, if you're looking to buy a home in Western New York, I would love to help. I'm a licensed real estate agent in Western New York, and I'm passionate about helping my clients find the perfect place to call home. I know the Western New York market like the back of my hand, and I have the experience and knowledge to help you navigate the entire home buying process from start to finish. I'm committed to making the home buying experience as stress-free as possible. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Pick up the phone and/or send me an email. Even if you're just kicking around the idea, it will not cost you anything to have a meeting with me. And remember, whether you're buying or selling, you're going to want to choose a real estate agent who's an expert. So, if you are in the market to buy or sell a home, or you have been thinking about it, I want to hear from you today. Be sure to check out our website, thomaswilson.kw.com, for all the up-to-date information. We service all areas of Western New York. Our phone number is 716-984-6305, and our email address is thomas.wilson@kw.com. We look forward to hearing from you.